Now we need to do a little bit more on solving radical equations. So this time, our first example, we're going to solve a radical equation with a rational exponent. And remember, rational just really means fraction in this case. Alright, so we're going to solve this equation. So this one is already isolated, it's by itself, so we're ready to raise it to the power that will eliminate that exponent. And in this case, we raise it to the reciprocal power on both sides. When you multiply 2/3 times 3/2, you just get 1. And that's how it eliminates that rational exponent. So I just end up with 3x plus 4. And if I do this either in my head or in my calculator, the square root of 16 is 4, and 4 cubed is 64. Okay? Then, super easy to solve. And so x comes out to be 20. We're going to check it again, and remember to check it in the original equation. So I would have 3 times 20 plus 4, and that was all raised to the 2/3 power. And we want to know, does that equal 16? So 3 times 20 is 60 plus 4. 64 to the 2/3 power. I can either again do it in my head or on a calculator, and it does equal 16. Okay, so that wasn't bad. Now let's do another example where we get an extraneous solution. So far the ones we've checked have all worked. So we're going to solve a radical equation with an extraneous solution. So this will show you why you need to check it. Alright, so this time, whoops, we don't have that, we just have x minus 2 equals the square root of x plus 10. Okay, so the radical is isolated, and so we know we need to square both sides to get rid of that square root sign. Now remember, when you square this, you need to multiply it out with the distributive property or use the shortcut. And it has 3 terms. So when I square that, that's what it would equal. And then on this side, when I square that, I just get rid of the radical. Okay, now I need to get it set equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract over the x, and I'm also going to subtract over the 10. Alright, so x squared minus 5x minus 6 equals 0. Alright, so this is a trinomial, which we can factor to solve. We spent a whole chapter doing this. So I need two numbers that multiply to be -6 and add to be -5. And that would be -6 and 1. Okay, so I know this would factor into x minus 6 and x plus 1. So I get two possible solutions, 6 and -1. Now I need to check it. So let's try 6 first. So I'm going to plug it in for the x. It was x minus 2. And then plug it in for this x. 6 minus 2 is 4. The square root of 16 is also 4, so that one works. Alright, let's check negative 1. So negative 1 minus 2, and the square root of negative 1 plus 10. So this is negative 3, and this would be the square root of 9. And so those two don't equal each other. Negative 3 does not equal 3. So this was not a solution. So I always go back and circle the one that works. So the only one that works is x equals 6. All right.